So this is the 2022 Discovery by Land Rover. I think it's a nice looking car. Honestly, I'm thinking more Ford Explorer than I am Discovery. The front looks very much like a Ford Explorer. I almost think like I'm going to get pulled over by the state police just by looking at this. Has these little side vents that really don't do very much. Wrapped in 20-inch tires, 24-inch tires. Rather massive. Small rims, big tires. Something that really, when I was doing my initial walk around, look at the size of this door. That's massive for a fuel door. Look at, I mean, here's my hand. Here's my hand right here. And look how massive this is. It's huge. Kind of makes no sense to me, but it is what it is. I want to thank my friends at Jaguar Land Rover of Peabody for this loaner vehicle. This is the Land Rover Discovery Sport. Nice car. As you can see, the inside is the black and white. I love the white feature. Absolutely gorgeous. So we can take a deep dive onto the inside of the car and go from there. So opening up the key, car, just pull on the handle, and let's go over some of the features of this car. First of all, I really kind of like this fake wood look. It's kind of neat. I didn't think I'd like it as much as I do, but it's really cool. Up here on the door rest, where your arm rests, this is where the windows and the mirrors are. I think it's a really bad place, only because that's where your arms are constantly. It has the adjustable seats, which are the lumbar support, forward, backward, up and down. On this side of the car, you have the trunk release, the parking brake, and another little feature which I don't know what it is. And this right here is the hood. Let's take a look underneath the hood of the car. Pull it up, and we'll go there. So as we come up and around, and that's the underside of the engine. Yeah, it's a small little engine, buttoned up nicely. Land Rover Ingenium. Interesting. So yeah, basic little 4-cylinder turbo engine. Very neat. Back of the car, you can see right underneath the O, automatic open. And let's get a little first aid kit right over here. Over here you'll check your tire pressures. This releases the both seats, left seat and right seat, as you can see. And of course comes with a little shade for your luggage protector. Neat touch. Right here, it looks like there's a little USB port, and over here is a charger for a cigarette lighter adapter. And right up here, press there, comes down, and again back inside the car. So as we get in the car, your start button right here.
Plus the task has over 50 standard features.
And kind of cool thing where it says good afternoon as you start up, and it gets you ready to go. We'll get into the infotainment in a second. So let's take a look at the main center console, which is right here. You can see the flickering. It's not really flickering, it's just the camera's not picking up because it's all digital. If you press this little middle button right here, I'll shut that door. Press this button right here, and all of your info comes up in the center screen. Speedometer, meteor driver's assistant there, map, trip summary, more media down below. So it's got all of your neat little features in it, and it goes all the way up to the speedometer right in the middle, but you could have pretty much anything that you want displayed there. It shows you your fuel, and it also shows you the temperature of the vehicle. To the right side is the tachometer, and to the left side, of course, is the speedo. It shows you that you're currently in park. Over here on the steering wheel, you have left, right, that'll change your station. If you're on radio, and I'll shut that off. Your phone, and there's your diamond button to make it anything that you want it to be. Over here is your Lane keep assist, you could do the sensitivity of it and the distance that you're following behind on your cruise control. So you could have it as close or as far as you'd like. In addition to that, you could limit your speed to a specific number, and this is your heated steering wheel. Over here are the lights, and left, right, typical, and of course here's your wipers, and it does have the auto on wipers for when it gets a little wet. And also here's the rear one. You just turn this and the rear wiper goes on. Underneath the steering wheel there is supposed to be an adjustment, but I can't find, oh actually there it is right here. Pull down on this, the steering wheel goes up and down, which is neat. Let's talk storage on the inside. It has cigarette lighter charger, USB port, USB-C port, and it's fairly deep, goes down about a good 8 or 9 inches. It has 2 cup holders, and the shifter has PRND. Your park button, just hit park. It also has the sport button, and you don't have the paddle shifters up on the steering wheel. This is your paddle shifter, so you put it into gear, pop it over sport, and then sport 3, 2, 1, and it will change all the gears for you. So I kind of like that. Oh, should have put it in park, huh? After that, we get into the climate controls. The climate controls, fan speed. This right here is a cool feature. This shows you the actual modes that you have. You have your economy mode, and that's going to show also up here. So economy mode, comfort mode, automatic terrain response. This right here is grass, snow, and gravel, mud and ruts, sand, and that's it. So those are all the modes that this car has. I say go with comfort mode because I like to be comfortable. You can also see everything is illuminated here in case you can't see it on the screen. The AC is here. You press the button, or max AC. And I think that covers that. Here is your infotainment system. And I've spent a little bit of time kind of getting to know it, and different addresses, your previous addresses that were in there. Here's where you're located. Right here you could add different phone devices. This is your infotainment for the radio stations, and here's your home button. Your home button shows your navigation. You connect your phone, the media. Shut that up. Slope assist, it tells you what degrees you're sitting on, which is kind of neat. You have a compass, wheel info where you could lock the wheels independently, your energy impact, and your driving percentage and economy. Over here is your different settings for your camera. If you keep cycling through, it will show you different settings, or at least it should. There you go, and you can see different settings. Kind of neat little feature, and it does not have a front camera for some reason. Here's some more settings. And you can do screen off, auto theme, and auto hold. So when the car comes to a stop, you could auto hold, and you don't have to keep your foot on the brake. You take your foot off the brake and then just hit the gas and go. I kind of I wasn't in love with the feature, but I thought it was kind of cool. Here's the audio, and you can select all that, and of course everything else, connectivity, vehicle, general, language, keyboards. It's a very responsive system. I think it's a little dated, to be quite honest with you. I will say I love the white interior of this car. It's really gorgeous. Down inside the glove box, you have the glove box itself. There's no other chargers or anything inside, but I really like it. I think it's kind of a neat little interior of a car. This is the key to the 2022 Land Rover Discovery, and as you can see, it's got the lock button, the unlock button, the flashers, the trunk pop, and the emergency flashers. In addition to that, as you can see right over here, if you press in on this particular button right here, if the battery dies for some reason, the whole key comes out, and you're able to start the car up with that somehow, or at least get into the car. So let's get to the test drive, shall we? Neat little car. I've already had a chance to drive it a bit today, but you'll see that it handles remarkably well. It's not as planted as the Jaguar E-Pace that we own. It has a little bit more body roll. However, it's still a really nice car. And we had mentioned earlier on the overview is the shifter. If it doesn't have the paddles behind the steering wheel, as you could see. So down here, the shifter, you actually do all the shifting. So you would either shift up or shift down. So we're in second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. So it's a 9-speed automatic transmission. Really does work quite nicely, and it's very, very synchronous, which I enjoy. It does like no rev hang. It definitely has some responsiveness to it. Out of a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine with a turbocharger, it feels like it's got way more power. You know, we're just looking at about 254 horsepower in this car, which is really pretty good. I think it's a little kind of, as far as the cornering goes, it's a little bit wayward and does tend to push as opposed to going straight through the corner, which I'm not necessarily in love with, but you know, you get the body roll. So it does feel like you are kind of in a truck, and you feel a little bit less confident going around. And perhaps I'm used to the Jaguar, where it is kind of immediate in the way that it turns, but it's a very, very well put together car. And I think that this is one of those things when you look at an SUV and you're like, it's a good SUV. I mean, for the sticker price, you know, close to $60,000, it better be a good SUV. So taking off from entering into the street, the car does move. There's no two ways about it. It has a lot of get up and go for, like I said, a 4-cylinder engine. Part of what I'm noticing is that the car doesn't have many creature comforts. It has some, but the front mounted camera isn't there. The surround cameras aren't there on the mirrors, and those are some creature comforts you would expect for $60,000. And perhaps they have them in the higher trim models, but in this particular car they don't. If you like this type of content, please make sure that you like, you comment, and you subscribe. And remember, it's about the drive.